Hey guys, Jesse here, Bender's Mobile Detailing. Welcome back to another video. So we got a little bit of a different one here today. We're working in the shop, as you can tell. We got the trailer tucked in the corner there, so we can work right out of there. I don't have any of my pressure washer set up. You can see on the bench over there, or on the shelf over there. We got our hose reel and our hose, all that stuff. Not sure if I'm going to buy a pressure washer specifically for the shop, or if I just take the one out of the trailer for the winter, because I'm not going to use the trailer much in winter. Not sure yet. Anyways, working in the shop today, bit of a different one. We actually have a 2021 Toyota Corolla coming in. It's currently, at the time of filming this, it's October of 2020. So this car is brand new. And the reason it's coming in, the guy called us up. So these cars get taped off when they're shipped to the dealership from the factory where they're built, and so they tape this white wrap around them to protect them during shipping. And this car actually has like tape lines all over the car where they tape the stuff off. So the guy called us up, asked us if we could remove some of that, and obviously we can do that. So we're doing a full level 2 exterior wash on the car. We'll do we'll get rid of all these tape lines. I'm gonna try a few different methods. I'll take you guys with me through that. I'm not sure what's going to work best, but I'm sure we'll be able to do it. So, and then we're going to do a coat or two of hybrid ceramic wax. So, bring you guys along for the ride. We're just waiting for the guy to show up. Here we go. Alrighty, so the car just showed up. Here it is. Like I said, 2021 Toyota Corolla. It's a hybrid. And this thing is brand new. Like, still got the dealership mat in there. Like, it's pretty spotless in this interior. And yeah, like he custom ordered it. Custom ordered it, so he got to pick all the packages he wanted and stuff. And that's why, like, he got it right when it came off the truck, shipped to the dealership. And that's why it has, I'll show you, some of these tape lines in it. They're all over the place. Kind of hard to tell because the car's dirty right now. This side, show it better so you can see. It gets this protective wrap. There, you can see that corner. So on the roof, they just do a square section of protective film to protect it while shipping, which is weird that they don't come down to the windshield, the edge of the windshield, but I guess it's more so if there's a car above it on the carrier, then it'll not drip on the paint. Yeah, I don't know how well the camera's picking it up. Like, you can see a line in there too, but the camera not so much. You'll be able to see them better when I wash the car. Like, it's pretty dirty. So I'm gonna get to work on washing this thing, and we'll go from there. Okay, so sorry for the noise. I got the heater going in here. It's just like 3 degrees outside, so I'm staying warm. But yeah, so there we did the wheels, and then we did just the touchless paint decontamination. This is what it's technically called. Basically, you're getting as much dirt off the paint as you can without touching the car. And that's just a general rule. Like, that's not actually a wash, right? That's just your pre-wash, kind of get dirt off the car without touching it. As you can see, like, the car is definitely still dirty. There's spots all over it yet. Nice one right there. Yeah, even on the rockers, a couple spots. Like, the car's not clean. Car's definitely still dirty. That is, so when you're actually washing the car, when you're throwing the soap on there and washing it with a wash mitt, it prevents scratching, right? If you get a big piece of dirt in there, in your wash mitt, and you wipe it across the paint, there's a good chance that you will leave a scratch. And it might just be a micro scratch, but a scratch is a scratch, and you'll be able to see it eventually. And so, yeah, do the foam wash, paint decontamination, touchless. That way you get everything off the paint, or it's not everything, but all the big stuff off the paint, as much as you can off the paint, before you actually touch it, to then go ahead and do your wash. So throw you back on the time lapse, and do the actual wash, and then we'll get into getting rid of some of these tape lines and whatnot. So here we go. Okay, so there we've done our full wash. Obviously did the wheels, did the touchless paint correction, then did our full hand wash. Obviously using the, well, 3-bucket method overall, but 2-bucket method for the wash. So you got 1 bucket for rinsing. After you touch the car, you dip your wash mitt in there, rinse all the stuff off. And then this is your soap bucket. And of course, they all have the grit guards in the bottom. For those of you that don't know, I'm sure most of you do. But just goes in the bottom of your bucket so that all of the dirt and whatever falls through it underneath. And then when you're dipping your wash mitt in there, you're not picking up any of that dirt and bringing it onto the car. So from there, might hand dry the car, might just squeegee the floor and let the car dry while I do that. But from there, we're gonna start looking at ways to get rid of these tape lines right here. And I got soap all over my hand. I don't want to touch the car. Yeah, I think I'll try like a goo gun or something. I'm not sure if that's gonna work or not. I know I'll be able to get them out with the buffer wheel. I'll put, you know, a real soft pad on there and the lowest cut polish that I have, and try it at that. I'm sure that'll take it off, and if it doesn't, I'll just gradually work up cutting a little bit more, and then obviously come back through with the low cut and smooth it all out, get rid of all the scratches, and this thing will be looking good. But yeah, there's a few spots we need to do. I will show you them once the car is dry. But yeah, for now I think I'm gonna squeegee the floor, let this car dry, and we'll go from there. A couple of things I'm noticing about this car, guys, as I washed it that I thought was neat. First of all, this front end is just like cool. Like, it's a freaking Toyota Corolla. I don't think it's supposed to be cool, but like, it just looks like mean. I love the massive grille, and even like the blue in behind the Toyota is pretty cool. Also was washing and thought I saw a dent or something, but like, what? That's definitely meant to be there. It's the same on both sides, but what is that? Like, I don't know what the deal with that is. And it's the same, like, I'll show you over here, because I thought I saw it, but I thought, wow, words. I thought something was wrong, but no, it's supposed to be like that, which is quite strange. So I don't know, but overall, like, it is a really freaking nice car. Again, I just love the way this freaking front end looks. Pretty aggressive, which is cool. But anyways, yeah, I might towel dry or blow dry off the rest of this car, and we will get to removing some lines. Here we go. Okay, hand dried the whole car. Now that it's clean and dry, I can give it my full kind of inspection, and I found a lot more tape lines. So obviously that one's one of the worst ones, and it goes pretty far. To my eye, it goes farther than it does to the camera. There's one on the corner of the hood here. You can kind of see right there. It goes across. See, I can almost see it the whole way across, but in the camera, you can't. But yeah, one there, but then it's weird, like, there's not really one there. If there is, it's really faint. So I am gonna do that area. And then obviously this other one we saw earlier, one of the worst ones. There's a bunch on the trunk. There was one right in the middle there, which is odd. Don't know why that would be. And then right across the seam. I don't know if you can see, like, I don't know how well, let me try that. Camera doesn't want to focus, yeah. You might have to take my word for it. Go that way. There is one, like, all the way across here, but my camera doesn't want to show you. Anyway, few more. Well then, yeah, there's stuff on the passenger door here, like this. Did not want to come off with my wash. My camera is struggling. There we go. So yeah, I'm not sure what that is. There's more of it up there. Yeah, so obviously we'll try a few different things to get all of this stuff out. And we want to work our way from least aggressive. Wow, this camera, man, there we go. We want to work our way from least aggressive over to most aggressive. We want to be able to get the car as clean as we can with, you know, being as little words, man. Holy, this video is rough. Yeah, we want to be as gentle with the paint as we can, but making sure we get everything off of it. So, like I said, I think I'm going to start with a couple different solvents, Prep Solve, see what that does. Even Goo Gone might work. And if that doesn't work, we'll move on to a little more aggressive and kind of go from there. Here we go. Okay, hoping the camera will stay focused on that spot. So the first thing we're going to use, it's a general solvent. It is not Adam's Detail Spray. Holy, this is close. That's the bottle it's in. It's even the same color as what Adam's Detail Spray is, but it's not Adam's Detail Spray. It's just a empty bottle I had laying around. But anyways, I'll throw some of that on there and just gently work it in. I don't want to use force to remove these. Again, we want to work our way from least aggressive to most aggressive. So I might even try to let that soak on there a little bit. Even just soak my microfiber and kind of really let that sit and see what that does. And yeah, I'm just gonna gently kind of rub it around. Looks like that's working a little bit, but not entirely. Again, like I don't want to put a ton of pressure because I don't want to scratch the paint, but that is coming off a bit. Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, it's still there a bit. Not bad though. My other option was just Goo Gone, automotive Goo Gone. Camera's not wanting to focus, but that's okay. I want it to still be able to see that mark in the camera, which I think you can. But yeah, so I'll try some of this stuff. Although that first stuff did a good job. So I'll just let that soak in. I did just switch, I know, same color towel, but I did switch just for whatever. I don't want to cross-contaminate between the two products, see which one works better. But yeah, we'll rub that in a bit. Again, just like I'm not really putting pressure, I'm just letting the product do the work. That seemed to take most of it off. I'll get a dry side of my towel here. That seemed to take the whole paint line or tape line right off, which I like. If I don't have to bust out the buffer for this, I won't. Yeah, that seems to look pretty good to me. I'll let that sit, let it dry completely. I gotta grab my light. This is my paint correction light. It lets you see, oh, I'm shaking the camera, my bad. It just really magnifies, it helps you to see everything in the paint. So you can see there's not much left of that tape line. I can't see it. I don't think you can in the camera either. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. And even like this paint looks decent. Like there's not a lot of scratches and stuff in it. Those lines you can see in the camera there, I think are just, oh wow, that's flickering bad in the camera. It's not in real life, I promise. But those lines you can see in the camera are just like where it's still wet, it's still drying there, I think. Yeah, it's definitely not 100% dry, but like in terms of scratches and stuff, when you look right at where the light, yeah, so you can see all those lines, but that's just like streaks from when I wiped it. So we'll let it dry a little bit. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go around with this, see if this doesn't do the trick on all of the tape lines. I'll throw you on a time lapse for that, and we'll go from there. I'm working my way around the car here. You just saw this one. You saw me get rid of it. And if you look, you can't really see it. But if I give you the right angle, which is something just down like this, and we're looking like top of the windshield here, right? So you can actually see this tape line if I can find it on camera. Oh, I had it. It's tough to find. You can see it right in there. See where my finger's touching there? And there's the corner right there, and it comes across. And you can see it there. See how you can see it all the way up there? You can see this tape line all the way across the front of the windshield. You have to see it in the right light and have the right angle at it, but you can. And on this side, obviously, I haven't done yet. If my camera would focus. See, there's that one. And that's where the corner is there. And you can see that tape line. Go all the way, you see it up there? All the way across. So that one's gonna take some work. Other than that, like the ones on the trunk, after I saw that, I went around and kind of did the same thing, got way down and looked. And you can't see any of these ones anymore. I'm going too quick for this camera, sorry guys. But yeah, this came out nice. You can't see that one anymore. In the corner of the hood up here, that one came out good. I did the other corner of the hood, but I didn't record it because there wasn't really anything there. I just wanted to double check. And also, I feel like I should mention, I am washing the car again after this, and then we're doing a hybrid ceramic wax. So you see me spray the product right on the paint, and that's, you know, you wouldn't normally do that because if you get some overspray somewhere, you don't wipe it all off and then you leave it there and whatever. But I am washing the car again after this, so isn't a big deal. But yeah, so I'm gonna work on this roof line here and get back to you in a bit. It's hard to film, I can't get a good angle of this, so I might just quick knock it out and then we'll pick back up after that. Looking more into this roof one here, you can see it's kind of wet there. It's just from where I wiped. But it really didn't make sense to me why they would stop like here instead of go all the way down to the corner and all the way down to this seam. They'd stop in here for some reason and have the corner. And so I did some more kind of looking around, and I noticed, which I don't even think the customer noticed this one. If I can find the angle that the camera, I'll pick it up. Again, the tape line came in somewhere around here. So it was just a bit off from this seam. My camera's having, and a bit off from that seam. And there's a tape line, if it'll focus on it, if I can pick it up. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. I can see one. Oh yeah, there it is, see? Right in there, all the way across. So what I think they did is they use a square piece of protective film for the roof. And this roof isn't a square, obviously. It's got curves in the lines and whatever. And so they make it as big as they can to touch the seam in the middle. But by the time you carry that line straight, it ends up coming out to about there. So that's why they do it. And then they just have this big square piece that, again, they can't have it, because all these lines are curved, it won't cover everything. But it covers most of it. So that's why they leave it short. See here, again, customer didn't even point this one out to me. But you can see that tape line right in there, which does not look nice. So what we're gonna do, oh, I wish you could see it like I can. See, oh, there, all of a sudden in the right light, you can just see this like crazy tape line. But you can only see it in certain lights. So what I think I'm gonna do for time's sake is pull out the buffer and just do like, I'll probably only do a wax pad, not even a cutting pad. If you're unfamiliar with that, I'll show you that in a minute. And just kind of do like 2 passes along this far in and that far in, here and here, all the way around the perimeter of the roof to make sure any tape lines that I might not be able to see in certain light or whatever, I'm just gonna get them all on the roof because you don't wanna be able to see those. And so what I mean, I will show you. So for those of you who aren't familiar with polishing at all, so you've got all these different pads that you can put on the polisher. It's a little dark in here, hopefully. And so some of these pads, like here, this one's, you can see on the back of this package which pad is for what. And so some are like ultra soft, so you're not gonna do any scratch removal or anything, and then some of them are, if I can make that smooth, some of them are meant for heavy polish. I can't get that uncreased, but they're a little more, like the density of them is completely different. So this one will actually cut. It's almost like sanding with the 3000 grit sandpaper, whereas the real soft ones aren't going to do any of that. They're just going to put something on. So I'm going to use a wax pad, like a real soft, putting something on, not sanding at all. And that, I'm going to guess, is going to take most of them out. And if not, I'll go to a slightly more aggressive pad and whatever, but I don't think I'm going to have to get very aggressive with this at all. But I just want to go over the whole thing just to make sure that we get them all, because see there, you can see I'm not done this one, but I think the polisher is going to be easier, quicker, and it's not going to do any damage or we're not going to be overly aggressive with it. So we're going to go with it. See, you can't see that one anymore at all. It's just the roof I got left, and it's the worst, and so we're going to go with that. Here we go. Alright, so that worked amazing, just as I thought. You can see how good that paint looks now. Not that it didn't before, but... And no more tape line. It's hard to show you guys in the first place, but no matter how hard I try, I can't see it this time. So yeah, it looks good, and all the way around I went. Again, some spots I couldn't even see a tape line, but I went, like I said, peace of mind, I just did the whole perimeter where the tape would have been, and yeah, you can't see it at all. I went back and looked at all the other spots, couldn't find. I've been over the car a couple times now, can't find any more tape line anywhere. Even on this seam was a bad one, and it is completely gone. So with that, I think I am going to do one more wash of the car. Honestly, we'll just foam cannon and then rinse the soap off, and then we're ready to apply let me put you in wide mode, you can see the whole car. Yeah, so I'll do foam it down, rinse it off. Oh, no, actually, now that I say that, gotta take care of that bugger. So I'm gonna try some of my, like an iron remover or something there and there. And then we're ready to wash and wax the car. So I'll quick do that, probably won't film it, it's not gonna take long. And then yeah, foam her down, rinse her off, get the hybrid ceramic wax on there, towel dry, and it'll be looking good. So here we go. So I did the first coat. They say that you can just do one coat. I've never been able to, and that's just because, like, you can probably see, you see how it's streaky? Mind you, it's not dry yet. But like, you can see the streaks where I wiped, and when it dries, you'll still be able to. The roof will show them pretty good. Yeah, you see that. And that's likely a combination of two things. One, I don't wring my towel out or get a dry towel often enough. And two, I probably use too much product, but I figure, I don't know. I have a tendency to do that, but I figure too much is better than not enough. But I don't really understand, because like, if I were to spray this on a wet car and dry it, like, my towel is gonna get wet by the time I'm done the hood, and then the next panel I go to do, like, do I need a new towel for every panel, or I don't know. Not sure how you're supposed to do that, but what I do is I let this sit then, and then they say every coat after the first one, you don't have to dry, you can just spray it on, let it sit, and rinse it off. So I just do a second coat like that, and then I use my big drying towel and dry the car after I rinse off all of the second coat. Well, all of the excess on the second coat. That way I can dry it, and it's good, and comes out streakless, and you get two coats instead of one. So that's the way I do it. Anyways, I'll do that second coat, and then we're pretty much done. We might put some tire dressing on the tires and some of the trim, and then that's it. All right, so I'm all finished up. What you saw there, like I rinsed it, I did the 2 coats of wax. I came around with, and then I dried it, obviously. Then I came around with this machine right here. This is actually the motor for my vacuum cleaner. I will show you. It came right out of that hole there in my vacuum. It uses, it sucks up, like it powers the suction for the vacuum, but you can take it off and put a little attachment on it and it becomes a blower. And so I got that. I intentionally got this vacuum for this feature, but I wasn't sure how powerful it would be. A lot of guys have an air machine that they use to dry a car, and this is certainly not powerful enough to do that. You'd be at it for forever, and you'd be much quicker to towel dry or, that leather towel or whatever you want to do to dry it. But you risk, every time you touch paint, you risk scratching it, so this is safer. But anyways, this isn't powerful enough for that. What I use it for is just to blow the water out of like the door, the gas door cap, or the door handles, the wheels, places like the grill where it's a little difficult to dry in there. I just do it that way, so that way instead of water running down around the mirrors, that kind of a thing, any place that likes to hold water, so I do that. But anyway, so yeah, did that. I applied a tire and trim dressing to the tires and the trim around the grill and the back bumper, like that black trim there. But yeah, so came out really, really nice. Happy with this. I think the customer will be very happy. Can confidently say we left this vehicle looking better than when it came from the dealership. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that one. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.